Hello. Are we going to Sohr Khai now? Another dungeon in the post Heavensward patch content. Sohr Khai. Alright, I'm here with Alphanod and Americ and this other guy. Alphanod? Alphano? I'll always say one or the other, because I never remember which one's real and which one I made up. Anyway, this first pull is fine. It's just these two guys, these two cubes. It's not that big of a deal. The next pool, however, can get a little bit spicy. This is just to get you going. You can use this as a gauge to be like, oh, the enemies kind of require a bit of attention here because of like how long it takes to take one down. Just little things to look out for when you're running dungeons and stuff. Okay, so this next pool, I'm gonna grab as much as I can to kind of see what are okay, you see that? I got poisoned from that. One of them did this poison thingy. Yeah, see all this poison stuff? Yeesh. Fortunately, I might have been the only one who got poisoned. But I don't know. It doesn't really show the NPCs debuffs and stuff. Anyway, okay, so I grabbed this. Okay, actually, in this recording, I think I just parked it here. I did the first two pulls. There's stuff here and back here. I think the run right before this, I pulled everything over there, and I kept wiping to it. So, yeah, I probably didn't want to risk it. But it's a pretty big pull anyway. There's a part where you can get knocked back. One of these enemies that has the big fan thingy. This thing. It's a fan. Yeah. I think if you have like a good healer, you can do this entire room. You can grab the first pack, this pack, and just like park it over here. But with the NPCs, I felt it was too difficult to manage all of it. But okay, see, so once the fan ad goes down, it ends up like laying on the ground, and if you step in it, you kind of get tossed up like this. So you have to be mindful of where that dies. It stays there, and then here there's like this big AoE here, so you gotta get out of the way. Usually when the ads go down, they just disappear, but these ones in particular, the fans, they stay there. And this fan keeps like patrolling, but it doesn't actually come up here, so you can, it's fine. Yes, this tree is the one that does the 3/4 AoE. Okay, see, I'm walking into this, see I get pushed up and, yeah. You don't take damage from it, but it's just, it can be disconcerting. Weapon cast time and recast time, spell cast time and recast time auto delays are reduced, and so I guess in a way it's kind of, it's a buff. I mean, it's also facing forward upwards when you get knocked up that way, so it's not bad, but it's also kind of disconcerting. Did I already say that? I feel like I did. Anyway, okay, so this group, I grabbed them, and as you saw earlier, the very first pull, these cubes kind of take a while to take down, which is why when I was trying to do the water wall pull in a different run, I was having a lot of difficulty. That's because these guys were taking forever to go down, and then all of those other ads were just basically killing me. Okay, so see this fan went down, and so now we have a fan over there, so just be careful if you're standing. They're literally standing in it, but they're NPCs, so they basically do whatever they want. But for me, I park it here, and like there's AoEs to dodge, but I'm trying to be mindful of the fan. I got the haste thing again though. Okay, that's the next part. So again, you know, I've been trying to push the water wall pools, but if you need to go slower, definitely just go slower. Because things hit a little bit harder as we progress in the story. Also, if your gear isn't like super good, you might struggle a bit more. Okay, so this Moogle, there was the front cleave there. Watch out for that. And does the auto attacks. Okay, we got extra adds on the sides here. Let's take them down. The adds will tether to a boss, and when there's a tether between it, the boss will be invulnerable. Okay, so you want to prioritize taking down the one that's tethered to the boss. Okay, Palm Holy, that's a raid wide. So I use Reprisal on that to help decrease the damage. Okay, now here, this purple thing. This is no time for naps, Grupo. Everyone fights, no quits. If there is a Moogle inside one of these purple things, then it will revive. And so what you want to do is hit the thing, like you damage them so that they get out of the circle ring. If they are inside of it, then when the chief finishes this cast, Palm Praise, it will raise the thing inside. See, it's animating. But since we knocked them out of it, they stay down. Okay, so now it did a move, and there's this rod here that's spinning. Okay, and so it does this T-shape thing. So you want to like stand in the kind of diagonal areas of it. You know, what do they call that? Like intracardinals. I got hit with that. I was standing a little too close. I'm gonna go back. Mog cane thingy. Okay, so it's here. So basically, you know, like this. It's kind of hard to see, but I was definitely a little too close to it. Like this. Can you tell? Yeah, this one's better. Okay, so like this. So just get away from it, basically. Okay, so now we got more ads. We got one over here, 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 and here. Palm Holy, so that's gonna be raid wide. So again, we're gonna attack the ads, and especially attack an ad if it's tethered to the boss, and the boss will get invulnerable. Okay, Palm Praise again. Here's a purple thing. So we want to knock that ad out of there. I think I'm leaving it there just to show. There's actually another one in the back. I didn't pan my camera, but there's two of them. You'll see in a moment. See, there's like none of them right now that's alive. And then and then when the Palm Rise goes off, this Moogle is alive now. Okay, off balance. Oh, that must have been his debuff. Off balance. Okay. This one is Palm Guard, Palm Chopper, and then there's also the Palm, the Captain. It was in the back here. I just didn't turn my camera, but that one also had a purple thing on it, and that's why it's alive again. And so it's tethered. Oh, I'm back, Kubo. Move up, Kubo. Because it's tethered, the boss is invulnerable. And so now we have to take care of these ads again. Okay, the cane is out. Remember, it's a T shape. Don't stand in line with the cane. Like you see that it's rotating like this, right? So you can kind of see that, oh, okay, so this is the line. And then perpendicular to that would be like this. And I'm standing right in line with it. So I move it to the side. Fortunately, I had some quick moves there. I dodged it. Looks like one of them has a cone AoE. Okay, also see this thing. These ads have a little buff on them, maximum HP. Okay, HP boost. It's probably because it got raised. Okay. So that rod goes off, and then I thought I saw a cone. There was a very quick cone here from this one, this ad, but we took it down fast, so it was okay. But okay, now the boss is doing raid-wide damage. Okay, cool. So how's that? Those are all the mechanics. I think it just repeats from there. Alright, I'm going to do a decent sized pool. It's funny, in this pool, when we were moving, because we're like high up in the air, it's in the chat log, Amerik's like, the air is rather thin this high up, and then Alphinaud's like, it isn't a race, so let us pace ourselves. I wonder if they added that stuff in because people would just do water wall pools, and it's too much for the sprouts sometimes. Again, I'm all for pacing yourself. I'm all for doing whatever you're comfortable with, and then when you're comfortable, then you slowly start pushing yourself to get better and better at your own pace. Like for me, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I haven't played Dark Knight in a very long time. And so I kept forgetting to put my like little whatever flood of darkness stuff buff on. It when I have that on, it does extra attack and stuff. Like so usually I'd want to pop that on very early in the fight so that all my skills are doing extra, but I would forget. So, you know, you don't have to be perfect. Okay, we're gonna get this big bird and the little baby ones, and I'm gonna grab this other big bird, and I'm just gonna keep going up. I notice here that Alphinaud is like dimmed out, so he's hella far behind, and so I do kind of keep an eye on that, and I'm keeping an eye on my health because I know that I'm gonna pull all of this together. Okay, I see he's dimmed out again, and I'm standing over here, and I know I'm going to use my invuln. I'm thinking about it, and see, because I know I'm going to use my invuln, I wait until my health gets a little bit lower, and then I pop it. It takes some getting used to the timing of it to maximize your invuln button, but also not to die, you know? So I hit it right at the moment I needed to, because I didn't die. And then now I can maximize the usage of the whole thing. This is cutting it really close though. I am panning my camera a lot to make sure I see Alphinaud's getting closer to me, and I'm staggering my damage mitigation. I did stack one of the mitigations over the other for a moment because I was taking a lot more damage. But we're handling it. We're dealing with it. We got this. The big pool. But the NPCs can do it. And here I'm running around a bit to kind of help out. Like I'm kiting them a bit so that I'm not taking auto attacks as much. Even though typically I don't recommend spinning the enemies. In this particular pool, I don't recommend spinning the enemies because if you have melee who rely on positionals, it's very disorienting for them. But as you can see, I used up my cooldowns, my tank mitigation cooldowns. I didn't really have anything else left. Like I used reprise, I got ramp, I got all these things. And so to help alleviate the damage I was taking, I started kiting a little bit. See, I'm moving around. So like these little babies have to run to catch me. And so that means I'm not taking as much damage from them for just like a few moments, like a few frames or seconds. And that will give Alphinaud enough time to heal me. And I'm not taking all the extra damage from the auto attacks. Because, you know, the ads will do their whatever moves, but then if they're standing close to you, they'll also do auto attacks. So, yeah, just a little bit of kiting to help control the damage output is, can do wonders. So, yeah. If you notice a tank doing that, like there's a fine line between it, because sometimes if a tank is like kiting around for seemingly no purpose, it might be that you don't have enough information about what's happening. But if they're kiting around like two enemies, that might, without damage, like if it's not necessary, it's kind of like meh. But in that instance, I was able to stay alive because of it. Anyway, okay, enough tank talk. Okay, we're at this boss now. It's a horse. Is it a unicorn? Can I just call it a horse? Is it a unicorn? It doesn't have a horn. Okay. Anyway, is it a Pegasus? In any case, we're taking autos, and then, okay, it jumps up, and then it's gonna, we have a proximity marker here, and it's going this way, and so we need to stand back here, far away from it, so we don't take as much damage, okay? And now this, there's this purple line in the middle. Also, there's this like lightning puddle here. You'll notice that there are arrows pointing outwards, and so that means when the pony goes across, it's gonna knock everything off to the sides. And so you want to stand on a side that will just hit you against a wall and not into the puddle. Okay, the most important thing about this is basically do not stand here, or else you'll get knocked into this, and you don't want to get knocked into that. So we stand back here and get knocked into the wall, and that's fine. I move the pony back out a little bit and reposition so that I can turn it around. Because it was standing here initially, I could just stand there, but then it would be facing everyone. Okay, see, if I just stood here, it would just be facing everyone, and then when it does its like front cleaves or whatever, it would hit people. And so I pull it back a little, so then I can rotate it, and then everyone can stand in the back. Okay, so there we go. It's doing some stuff. Burning bright. Oh, okay, so it turns around and it does a really big, long AoE towards people. Burning bright, okay. Cloud call. Somebody will get a purple marker over them and they need to run away from everyone because it's gonna drop a thing. Okay, it drops a thunder cloud, lightning cloud, okay, and momentarily it will cast. Okay, also this little tank rear hoof thing. Watch the thundercloud. See, okay, so the thundercloud does some damage here. It does some circle damage. I'm assuming that Alphinaud, the NPC, is like knew the range of it, and everyone else was clear from that, and they didn't get hit. But it does do a big circle of damage. Okay, and it also kind of knocked it. Did it? Oh yeah, okay. See how this is just this size? After this lightning thing goes off, it knocks off this portion of the wall. Okay, so now it's even bigger. So now when the pony jumps up, we have more area that we need to be careful of. Okay, so this proximity, so you run across. I was a little slow. That's fine. Okay, so now it's gonna rush across. Oh, and looks like this one also got damaged. This wall down here. Yeah, okay. So we want to stand on the side that has a wall on it, and all this, like, absolutely not. Don't stand over there. Okay, so we got knocked to the net. Again, I'm gonna pull the pony out, rotate it, so the party doesn't take extra damage from tank stuff. Burning Bright. Okay. It turns around and does that line AoE on people. Okay. There we go. Looks like for here, this is the only set of ads we have, so we just park it here and take care of these little dragons.
Away with you! Release!
Okay, once we're done, we've got this little air thingy we can jump on. Hersfilgar. I don't know how to say his name, but Hersfilgar. He's flying around, judging us. Okay, we take care of these two ads. I just was thinking, like, what other people in the community would call him. And I was like, they'd probably say something like Big Daddy Dragon. And I was like, can I actually say that out loud? I was thinking about it for a while, though. Like, just now. And so, there you go. I just said it. Hersfilgar? Would it be easier to say Big Daddy Dragon? Okay, anyway. We got this big dragon now. Not... I don't think it's actually the one that I was just referencing. But who knows? Anyway, there's this, like, big shiny light here. Don't stand in that. It's gonna make a bridge for us, but I think you can also get damaged. I mean, it knocked the wall, so... In any case, okay, once we take care of this dragon ad here... Oh, yeah, no. It's just some other dragon. It's not Hersfilgar. Dang, I'm gonna have to learn how to say that. Hersfilgar. Okay, it was the blizzard dragon that made the bridge for us. They changed this dungeon. The pacing's a little different than how it originally was. Whenever they changed the old dungeons to add the NPC stuff, they also switched up some of the mechanics, and so yeah, it was interesting how, like, at the beginning of this dungeon, you know, there were like those big ass pools. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I cursed. There were those bigger pools, but then here at the end, it's just like single pools because it's blocked off by walls. So, I mean, it's fine, but I noticed that, yeah, we're kind of just hanging out here, doing like single stuff. Grab my treasure, and then we go here. Back in the day, this fight used to be like jump madness. It was, you were seriously all up in the air. But they've changed this fight, so it's a little bit simpler to understand what's going on. pretty. For sure. See all these like platform things? Like you used to have to like jump on all these platforms and like you'd be flying in the air all over the place, and he'd be flying around too. It was a whole thing. Like see this air stuff? We'd like jump all over. But now it's a bit simpler. It's just him on one big stage. But I will go through the mechanic. Okay, so there's a tank buster. So mitigate for that. Okay, now you can see, notice like he's got these wings, right? Because he's a dragon. This side is sparkling, and so that means this whole side is going to get blasted, so you want to stand on this side. And the NPCs here are just along the edge, and they know just to move over enough. Holy Storm, that's probably a raid wide, because of the holy is in it. Usually if the word holy is in something, it's like a raid wide. Okay, so here he jumps over to the side, and it's gonna be a line thing, so you want to stay on the outsides. I noticed the NPCs running that way though, and I was like, what's up? And then as soon as I saw them do that, I saw that there are these markers up front, and I was like, oh shoot, that's gonna come out too. So what happens is, here, watch, the middle goes off and then the sides will go off, so you want to stand on the side and then run in. Let me watch that again. Okay, Holy Storm, it's gonna be a raid wide, and then he's gonna jump up to a side of the stage. Okay, in the center. So you want to go to the sides, but because of these arrows, we can't stand up here in the front, air quotes. We want to be further away so that once this middle thing goes off, we have time to run into the center and then dodge these AoEs on the side. Okay, so I run back down here with everybody. The middle goes off, and then we run into the middle. And then these AoEs, you know. Okay, and then he parks it back north. So now it's regular business. Oh no, it's a stacking business. You'll notice that there's like 3 stacks here. You see that? So that means this isn't a regular, just one hit thing. You need to continuously stay here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits there, okay? Don't leave your party hanging. Don't leave. Okay, tank buster. Okay, AoE thing, so just spread out from everybody. Don't overlap. Alright. Okay, this wing is hallowed wings, okay? This side is sparkling, so you want to go on the opposite side. See how it's like just straight through the middle? So if you keep track of where this middle arrow thing is, you just go on this side of that. And if you don't know, if you want to play it safe, just go all the way over. That's fine. Diamond Storm, probably a raid wide. Usually if something has storm in it, yeah, raid wide. And okay, the floor is slippery now. Okay, so again, he jumps to the side. We gotta get out of the middle. I was struggling. I struggle so hard. Okay, now we got AoEs everywhere. Okay, so we need to like also, look at me, I'm like falling. We need to get out of that. I play on controller, so it's a little bit harder to like maneuver the angle. I was like, oh no, I'm in the thing. Oh no, I'm in this thing. Oh no, no. So you just try your best. Yeah. So I took a hit. I got a bullet inside, but it didn't do too much damage to me. Okay, here, don't overlap with everyone. Separate. Okay, another stack thing. We got multiple stacks incoming here. Remember to stay in there. Okay, now this wing is going on, so you want to stay on this other side. Tank Buster. Look at this little carbuncle. Just trying his best in the front of the group. Okay, wing thing again, so stand on this side again. Oh, the carbuncle doesn't even move. It just straight up sits in it. Anyway, nice. We did it. We did it. The previous version was definitely more chaotic than that. It was fun jumping everywhere, but you could definitely just die. I'm sure you can find videos on YouTube of all the old dungeons and jumping around and stuff. But yeah, cool, we did it. Good job, everybody. Goodbye.